Hello, lovely people. Welcome to the Mini Shells podcast, your place for nuggets of insights, wisdom, and experiences about life and everything within. Hope it sparks joy among us all. And I'm your host, Lishambi Nadation. Let's carry on with it, shall we? So, this is something that I wrote a few years back. I guess this is going to be an Women's Day edition and belated Women's Day wishes as well. Here it goes. Once there was a parrot. She was living in a beautiful palace filled with shining gold. She had everything she wanted. People there took care of her like their own. She got all the love in the world. One day, she saw a few parrots circling in the sky. They were so like her, yet different. Until then, she had never seen birds like her. She never knew that it was possible. They looked courageous. Their wings were so big and beautiful. It shined under the sunlight. Something was different about them. She had seen other birds flying, but not one of her own kind. They looked mighty like warriors. They looked happy and were gleaming with pride. Though she was happy here, she has always felt like she never belonged here and that she was meant for something more, something great. And the moment she saw them, she knew why. And she looked at herself. She searched for her feathers. Her feathers were cut. She asked the people whom she was with. She spoke. Wow, they look so like me, yet very different. Did you see them? Why aren't my wings like this? They are so near the sky. Can I too fly like them? On my own in this big, beautiful world, soaring in the sky. You said me that birds like me can't fly high, but they are flying. So if they can, I can too, right? Hearing all this, that's when the terror ran through their nerves. They had known all the while that this day was going to come, yet they weren't prepared. That's when they spoke. Oh dear, it's not safe out there for birds like you. You won't be able to survive in the wild. You are not meant for that. Hearing this, she felt really sad. She started doubting her own worth, but yet she replied with so much calmness in her voice. Please let me fly like them. I'll stay safe. I'll return back immediately, but just let me out once. I want to truly feel what it is like to be in the sky. And to that they spoke. We saved your life. We looked after you when you were wounded. We have taken care of you since you were a kid. We have given you everything that you have ever wanted. We gave you all your favorite foods. You never had to worry about your next meal, unlike those wild birds. You have a beautiful home, every luxury you can have. More than everything, you have us. We have given you all the love that we could. What more do you want? Are we not enough for you? Do you have to risk everything just to go out, and who knows if you will even survive? And for everything that we have done for you, is this how you repay us? We gave you life. All that for you to go and die for the chance to fly in the sky? Hearing this, her eyes filled up with tears. Her heart felt heavy. She felt speechless and just froze to what she had heard. She considered them as family. And now she couldn't believe that they don't believe in her. Everything that they did for me, is this how I'm supposed to repay them? Am I being the selfish one now? The pain was too huge for her to bear. And that's when she realized that she wasn't in a home, but in a cage. And that too not any cage, but a cage bound with love. And unfortunately, it is the hardest to break open. She wasn't the same after that. The food wasn't tasty anymore. She couldn't eat. She couldn't be happy anymore. Days went by. In the meanwhile, her feathers started to grow, and she was afraid that they would cut it all out again. She couldn't take it anymore. She felt that her life would be nothing if she stayed here. She understood that she cannot live to satisfy others. She cannot live by others' principle as well. She cannot let their fear stop her from truly living her life. This is not how she would be repaying the love that she received. She can't trade freedom for anything. Finally, one day she tried to break open the cage. And she did. Seeing this, they asked, "We gave you everything. What more do you want? Why are you doing this to us?" To which she replied, "You gave me everything but freedom." And she just flew. She didn't really know how to fly, so she tripped, lost balance, but eventually figured it out. And she just started flying, soaring in the sky, playing with the wind, and her feathers shined under the bright light. It was like she was born again. She felt new and reborn. The truth is that she wouldn't even care if she died that very moment. Dying as a free spirit felt much better than living as a caged one. That's how powerful freedom can be. She met a flock of birds, and they loved having her with them. And don't they say birds of the same flock fly together? Eventually, she did come back to her family, to the people who saved her life and loved her wholeheartedly. But this time, she wasn't trapped. She wasn't trapped anymore. She visited them often, and they now have a greater bond than before. And they too understood that love is not supposed to weigh you down, but instead it is the most liberating emotion. It is supposed to let yourself be you. So this is something that I wrote a few years back, but I could still resonate with it. If you too relate to it, I just want to say that you're not alone, and that this too shall pass. One day, when you too break open the cage, you will realize that there wasn't even any cage to begin with. Often in life, we build our own walls, our own cage, as if we are trapped. But no one can put us into boxes without our own choice. All those walls are built in our own head. You are an adult now. Now you are really equipped to break open those mental barriers. You are completely capable of figuring it out, just like how the parrot learned to fly. Of course, you might stumble upon a few times, but eventually you will learn to fly. You just have to let yourself out of the cage. And these days, that's what we call as adulting. I believe that we as women could relate more with it. We are often seen as a gender that is to be protected, and hence in the name of caring, loving, protecting, people take our own freedom into their hands. And we cannot blame them too really, because the world has become such a place where it's not really safe for any women, any person, even a child is not safe in this world. So, in the fear of all those monsters out there, of course our family or our parents will try to protect us and safeguard us, because they know what this world is capable of. But the truth is, nobody knows what we are capable of as well. So let us all make this world a better place to live. It's okay to struggle, it's okay to fight, it's okay to let yourself out of all those things that is holding you back. Each day, let us all make this world a better place to live, a better, safer place where people are not scared to let their child out. A belated Women's Day wishes to all, to everyone out there. Let us be safe, let us be free, and let others also be. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in. do follow and give it some shares. You could also follow me on Instagram, X, and my WhatsApp channel with my initials. Once again, thank you and meet you all with a new episode on a Saturday.